Hello, and we are live. This is MK your copywriting coach, and I'd like to welcome you to this special, I will call it a broadcast. Like I said, I'll be talking about a very common question that I see a lot of people asking: long copy versus short copy. Which one is better? Okay. That's a question I see in every copywriting group. All right, I'm sure some people here in the group are also wondering, short copy, long copy, which one is better? All right, so let's talk about that. Okay, so first of all, what is short copy? What is long copy? Short copy simply means anything you write to persuade, usually 100 words to 500 words. Long copy can be anything between 1,000 words to 10,000 words. All right, so short copy and long copy, which of them works better? Now you have to understand, short copy and long copy, they have their places and they have their functions. Short copy, most times you're going to use it for emails, Facebook ads. You're going to use it for stuff like pre-sale pages. You're going to use it for advertorials. Now, long copy is used when you're trying to sell something on a sales page and it contains different things. Now, for short copy and long, what affects, how do you choose between each of them? Which one is better? Let me start by saying this. I do not choose any of them. I just use what works. There are things that will require short copy. There are things that will require long copy. Okay? So there are different things that can affect what you're selling. So let me give you some of those things. Number one, the awareness of your market. Always remember that everything that you're doing is affected by your market. Your market affects how long your copy should be. Okay? What is awareness? Awareness has to do with what the market knows about what you're selling. Okay? If you are trying to sell something they don't know at all, you will need to write a lot more. Okay? If you're selling something that they're not aware of, you need to talk a lot about it. For example, if you're trying to sell an information product they don't know anything about, maybe they have a challenge they are not aware of, you will need to talk a bit more. If you're selling a phone and the name of the phone is Samsung, you don't really need to talk much about it. People are aware what Samsung is. You don't really talk so much. So the awareness affects what you write. The more the awareness, the shorter the copy. If you're selling an Apple phone, you don't need to talk too many stories. You can use one page to write your ad. But if you're selling a gadget that nobody knows about, you need to explain what the gadget does. So that affects the length of the copy. Very important. Another thing is the sophistication level. What is that? Sophistication level means what kinds of ads have your target market seen? If you have an ad and they have been seeing that ad, you might need to write another ad that may be a little bit longer, maybe with a mechanism. Okay, so that's that. But the most important thing is your target market decides what you write. Now, another thing is this. If you are talking to an audience that know you already, you may not need to write long copy. For example, if I'm trying to sell any of my courses to you, you have known me for a while, you know that I know copywriting. I don't really need to talk too much about myself. But if you're selling to cold traffic, people who don't know you at all, for example, if you're running Facebook ads to cold traffic, most times you will need to talk about yourself, and that can require long copy. Okay? Another thing that you need to know is this. When you're talking to an audience that don't know you, there are many things that you need to deal with. For example, objections. Your long forms copy is supposed to handle the different objections. If you're using if you are forcing yourself to use short copy, you will not be able to handle the different objections. I hope you know the objections are the things in people's mind that will cause them not to buy your product or your service. So you need to think about that. And if you're going to handle the different objections, that means your copy will be long. Now, another thing you need to understand that is this. Your copy has different sections. If you are to do the proper thing and handle the different sections properly, you're going to have to do headline, lead, body copy, the offer section, the guarantee section, and the FAQ section. Okay? if you want to do it properly and thoroughly, it means you're going to have different parts, different content, and that is going to naturally give you long form copy. Okay, now of course, if you are selling to somebody who knows you already, some of those questions may not be very important, so that affects the length of your copy. Lastly, if you're selling products that you can demonstrate, for example, physical products that you can have small videos to demonstrate, softwares, you don't need so much long copy, because a simple demonstration can take the place of your words. Okay, so if you're selling software, stuff you can demonstrate, gadgets that you can show people how to use, short copy can work, because all that means that you're going to have a video and you're going to have your offer. Maybe you have your bonuses if you want, you can have your guarantee, and you have FAQ. That eliminates a few other things. But if you're selling information products where you have to explain the benefits, if you're selling stuff like supplements where you have to explain the benefits, most times you will need long copy. Okay? So personally, I don't choose what to use. I just follow what I need to follow to get the sale. I don't wake up and say I'm going to write 1,000 words copy. No, I just make sure I cover everything that I need to cover. Whatever comes out should be able to give me results. If you force yourself to say I want to write 1,000 words only, and you neglect the different things you need to add, you will not get maximum returns. Okay? If 100,000 words can give me maximum sales, that's what I'm going to write. If 100 words will give me maximum results, that's what I'm going to write. Okay? So there is no point saying I'll choose long copy, I choose short copy. Write your copy will cover everything you must cover. Whatever comes out should be able to get you the result. Of course, nobody is asking you to write fluff. You have to make your copy to be tight, meaning you don't write long unnecessary sentences, you don't use words to fill up, you just make it tight and concise. But make sure you cover everything that needs to be covered. All the objections, the guarantee, make the offer beautiful. Explain the difference between your own product and other products. Explain how you got the idea, the stories, all of those things that you add will naturally give you long copy. Okay? Like I said, short copy and long copy, they have their place. So short copy is to send people to the long copy most of the time. So Facebook ads, short copy, email, short copy, all of that is sending people back to the long form sales copy so that they can go there and read everything and be convinced to buy. So that's basically the difference. So it's not really to say this one is better than this one. They are all important. They have their place. Make sure you cover all your O's, cover all the A's. If you are writing long copy, there's a structure you can follow. And if you are to cover all that structure, if you are to add scarcity, if you are going to add urgency, those are all sections that you must cover. If you have the FAQ, if you add story of how you got the problem or how you solved the problem, if you add a story of how you discovered the solution, all of those things will increase the length of the copy naturally. And the longer you can explain the benefits, the longer you can add those different elements, the more you will sell. So it's not about which one of them is better. The issue is which of them will give you the most results, which of them will give you maximum sales. And I'm after maximum sales. I'm not after length of copy. Sorry? Alright, so that's basically it. Learn how to write copy, follow the different structures or strategies. If you add the different things you must add to get maximum sales, your copy will naturally be long. You can't just write 3 sentences and get the result. If it was so, I would have done 3 sentences. I wouldn't want to do all that. But there's a lot of things you need to do, taking care of the objections, the FAQ section, the offer, the guarantee, adding scarcity. Those things you need to write them, you need to explain them, right? And that can take some time. And now, if you are talking to people who know you already, you may not need to do your credibility section. You can remove that, but that only removes a part. But if you are talking to people who don't know you at all, you need to talk about everything. You need to show testimonials. All of those things take space. Okay, naturally it takes space. Okay, so that's just that. I don't know if this has helped anybody, but let me know in the comments if this is helpful. Let me also know if you have any questions that I've not covered. I will do my best to reply in the comments. Okay. So once again, my name is MK Akan, copywriting coach and copywriting expert. If you want to learn more about how to write copy, how to get results, how to write and sell product services, you can get on my copywriting coaching program. Just go to copybymk.com/copywriting school. And finally, this month I'll be talking a lot about, I'll be launching a product on how to do copywriting research, which is a very important part of writing copy. The different things you're going to write in your long form sales copy coming from your research. It's not creativity. You don't just sit down and just think of what to write. Your research will guide you with what to write, and if you can do research, you will make a lot of cash. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Like I mentioned, I have recorded a few modules, and sometime this month I'm going to launch it, and you're going to have access to it. Okay? So if you have any questions about copy, research, long form, short form, let me have it in the comments. I'll do my best to reply, and talk to you soon. All right.